And so, ladies and gentlemen, in this part we're going to make a speedboat and have a quick look around. I don't want to waste too much time because building is going to require some time. Or at least a little bit. I want to, how does this boating stuff exactly work? Can I... Oh yeah, I need to do it like that. Sorry for the cringe. Okay, so a boat, right? I am going to guess that it needs to be a little bit aerodynamic. And here my question comes. Can we make it aerodynamic by doing that? And of course, like that. The only way to figure that out is doing it like that. So it looks aerodynamic. Okay, I think I see what the problem is here. So let me just put this like there, I guess. Yeah, what you want, mate? Okay, I'll guess this is what we had to do. I'm not quite sure. So let's just once again do the same what I did before. And then let's see if for some reason we can make this work, right? So we're going to add that there to a little aerodynamic type of deal. Okay, what about now? Well, at least we're going to need to... I'm wondering so much about the engines, but let's add some buoy on these guys. This might not be I wanted to say aerodynamic at all, so how about we place this here, and then like that. It's good. Can you get offside for a little bit? You know what I like? That it copies the way you're looking at. So if I would select this guy now and I copy it, we'll just add it right over there, which I want. You know what? Let's do one more. Okay, let's see how this, if this floats. Okay, that seems to do the job. It seems like it is a little front heavy, but that is okay for now. Now, my guess is for left and right, we need to use this guy, right? Which kind of seems logic. I'm going to turn the mirror mode off for a second. And then I'm trying to think like, how can we make this work? I'm not sure. And of course, we're going to need to have some engines on this thing. Let me just see something here. Okay, that is not really good. As long as we go straight, but then at some point it goes in. And that has probably something to do because it's front heavy. And steering isn't really working. So I'm going to need to come up with an idea that as well as front power as back power. Which the only guess I'm having is just by doing it like that, right? And then... doing like that, right? And then let's borrow your mom again to add some weight on the back. And then only thing we can really see is like, will this do? Well... It kind of works though. The only thing that is different is that my steering is like rotated. So I'm going to need to get this guy and then do it like that. Yeah, perfect. Is this silly or what? I mean, maybe. This is freaking cool though. Oh, look at all the underwater stuff. Yeah, look at that. Just crazy. Alright, as you can see right down here, I went all the way around the map. I got everything from the outline right on here. That is good to know. So this is the map. It might look small, but it's getting more and more difficult in order to grab all of these things that we are going to need. There's also something else that I discovered, and if you want to save the game, you need to take care that you stand underneath that thing, and then it will tell you game is safe. If you don't do that, you log out. The next time you log back in, you are where you ended the last time you were underneath that thing. Very important. I have also discovered a couple of other things. I actually have different looking pieces on here. Now, what you can do which I just returned to the main menu for a second, what I discovered down here was these pieces underneath here all of a sudden. If you are setting this, for example, to clean, all the new pieces that you add to your build will have this clean look, or transparent look, or this default look. So I'm now going to set it to a clean and then continue. And as you can now see, when I just take one of these blocks, you can see clearly that this block is clean, right? If I just unselect clean, this is just for the builder mode, so you can see where the snapping points are at. But you might wonder then, how are you going to change all of that to the clean blocks? Well, you just select everything, go to the painting stuff, and then just select clean, and there you go. Everything is now clean, which is super duper handy. Of course, you need to save it up, but for now it is fine. Now, the reason why I come with all of this stuff all of a sudden is because yesterday, yes, it is a day later, when I was done doing my little round on the ocean, I logged off, and then when I logged back in to take some screenshots, because I now know how to turn the HUD off, which is basically Control H, a U. There we go. So Control U is turning the HUD on and off. I came back into the game and I discovered that the last time that I saved the game was right up there underneath one of these things or beams that I discovered. So at this moment I figured out how the saving works in this game. Now, before I logged in, I also took a little look on how I can improve my boat. As you can see, maybe, that on the back I had one of these longer pieces on it. I made it shorter. I also made the boat a little bit shorter, and before the boat was going 84, 85, and now it's going to go 94, sometimes 93. So there is definitely room for improvement. I also rebuilt a whole new boat, way thinner, but every time I went like to the corner it just flipped over, which is really bad. And beautiful, it's becoming daytime, so let's go up there and let's see, you know, what we can get, what we can do. Now, there are certain pieces that I'm going to need that might be on other spots, but yeah, let's just have some fun. And I'm also going to need to get a little bit of feeling for this game if it's about the amount of recording, because episode 2 was so intense short. That is basically because I was messing around for so long that I had to cut away all of that stuff, and then I was like, oh, 13 minutes. Gladly, episode 3 is about 14 minutes, and this episode will be a bit longer. I want to try to have it past 15 minutes, something like that. Alright, so let's take a look. So up here is where we got the golden rock. Oh yeah, there's also something else I discovered. Like, doing this doesn't give you any downforce though. This is just purely, you know, the best way is to put that stuff at the red stuff, but in this case I kind of need the red stuff, if you would. Now, sometimes adding these aerodynamic blocks doesn't help you to go faster, because you also add in weight. So this is something that you need to go forward and backwards with to see if you go faster or not. Now, I also see that the accessories, I just went through all of this stuff. There is something here. This is a tone generator. Place a tone that can be configured in style, pitch, and volume. I wonder what it exactly means though. So let's just grab this, place it down. I also discovered if you place it behind here, it's not going to, you know, give a good aerodynamic, which I find a bit strange, but I can also understand because this is open, maybe. And I'm thinking of it. I just want to do a little test here. I would like to take a gigantic block, and then I would like to rotate it like that, rotate it like that, and place it in the front. And now I would like to see if it's still. Yeah, is it me, or doesn't that make any sense? Because this block would stop the aerodynamic, you know, the wind and such for that block. Yeah, maybe I'm going to get a little too deep in that. I shouldn't be too serious. But let's place this thing here in the back, and also let me just rotate it so I have a view on it from the back like that, which, you know, maybe even here would make a ton of sense. Now let's see what we can do with it. If it's about configurations, this is something you can do with a lot of pieces, faster, slower, and that kind of stuff. Sound, square, pulse. I'm not sure what will this thing do then. Let's just see. Okay, there might be some bits and pieces up there. I need to keep an eye out on the sky though. Okay, let's have a little wait here. Okay, this just basically falls off. There is one thing there, but we have this gigantic sky type of deal. Okay, it says minus, so that means it's below me. Now, of course, this game has a lot more difficulties than flying and doing submarine stuff. Ooh, how in the world would I get even up here? That's very interesting though. Yeah, so, like I said, this game is becoming more and more difficult. You can zoom out like that. That's just beautiful. Out zoom. Zoom out. So there is one on there and... yeah, okay, I clearly makes sense. This one also seems to be on there, might be on the even bigger type of deal. Now let me just go around to the other side. Because maybe this is like a helicopter mission. And making a helicopter, I know for sure it's not going to be a lot of fun. Maybe for you guys to see how I fail. I think making an airplane would... yeah, I'm going to have a helicopter for that. Airplane would be a lot more easier, I would say. Now, what is also possible is that for certain parts, I'm going to need to have like a racing vehicle. Something that, you know, maybe in this case, you can only get there via air or via a massive jump. But right now, I'm not going to go that fast. I'm getting like 70 miles an hour. This is never going to happen. Now, of course, what I can do just a real quickie is make a vehicle that is like built for speed. Alright, I got this thing down here. I am not sure if that is going to work, but let's just see, you know. Yeah, it's definitely faster, but I'm afraid this is not going to work out. But sure, let's give it a shot. It goes almost 100 miles per hour, and yeah, the steering, yeah, this is that's not going to work out. So I'm just gonna switch it back to that guy. I'm not even sure if it will say if it saved up, but I don't care. It was just a little test. I'm going to have massive engines. I'm going to have maybe wheels that provide you more grip or something. Alright, we have maybe 2 ways to go. Right up there, there's like a spawn point and I see a coin. I could have jumped maybe to get here, but so that's the whole thing. If you don't find stuff that brings you to another island, you're going to need to make jumps. Yeah, and I need something to take out these guys. Maybe like a weapon or something. Alright, let's see what this gigantic massive boulder is. It's an airplane. I can't really read what it is. A simple tail fin. Okay, we got... so the game also saves when you grab certain bits and pieces. And there is something that I notice. I am going to need something to hold on to pieces. Now my question here is this the right island to already start messing around with or not? Getting that thing to the, you know, the beam over there is going to be difficult. Getting that thing to the beam past this jump is going to be difficult. I mean, I cannot even bring it with me. I need like a grabber or something that is strong. And also another thing that I would like to figure out, can I even get there by driving around like a little ramp? If so, then I could try to grab some of these upgrades on the little hill rock. No, it's not a hill rock, like a table rock. How do you call it? A pillar rock. And I'm telling you, man, this game is very enjoyable. Or at least, you know, if you are a fan of just building simple stuff without all these difficult logic things, which becomes a thing sooner or later in this game, separately, I believe. And it looks like I didn't save my Okay, so what I mean by that, what I should be doing is, it's very simple to save it up. I'm just going to place it again. And I'm also going to change this to a pulse. Do it like that. Grab the whole show, save, and I just save onto it. So that means it's not like difficult stuff. I'm not sure if it's working. It also looks like a microwave, by the way. Okay, it's just space. So if I press space, then it works. So long story short, that thing over there, I can never make it with the jump. That seems difficult. Maybe the pulse and stuff means like what it shows on the back. Ooh, lava. This is scorched. I think this is not the place for me to start out with. Yeah, let me see here. Ah, I see. Okay, I like this one because it's green. You know what? I'll bet this is going to be bad news. Okay. Yep, okay. Okay. Oh, jeez, what a violence. I'm going to need to have tires that are lava proof, I guess, or maybe use like a helicopter. Yeah, this is not good, man, to start. Yeah, wait a second here. I haven't tried the other way around though. Yeah, the thing is also, these beams are also handy for fast travel. So if you found a piece that you need, you don't have to go all the way driving back again. There's another jump there and another thing. This jump might, you know, not be too difficult. Might be. Didn't help that much, but sure. Ah. Okay, I'm going to need to get the heck out of here, or else it will be like, oh, I'm messing around for too much, you know? Seems very muddy around here. Oh. It is very muddy. Oh, I can grab that one. That wouldn't be too difficult. My guess is I'm going to need to have a lot more power. This one though, a power core. So I might have found a trick how you can respawn without... No, that doesn't work. I would swear in the first video, maybe even the second one, something happened which I needed to reflip my car. Maybe I think I know what I did. So if my car would be flipped, I press B, then it unflips and press B again. So it's not like respawning, but still get your car like back on its wheels. Alright, we have a new save point. Saving progress. Alright, new power core, which means...
Power core is required for your spaceship.
Hey! It means we can add another engine on this bad boy. Suspension springs. Oh, snap. Good eye. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is gonna take me a while. I did it. Alright, that took a lot of work. But I guess by the look of it, we are done in this area because it is just not possible to make any further progress. And yeah, taking the other big boys is... It's gonna take me a ton of time to get the other big boys up here. So what I might need to do is go over there to the little tropical islands, get that thing done, and then see what is around in the area.